What's up, friends? Today we're checking out the song Better Things by Aespa. Crazy, I think Aespa just released an album. They're already putting out a new single. What an exciting time. We're looking at the song from the perspective of a producer and songwriter, so expect a few pauses to go over specific elements of the song and talk about what's going on a little bit. Starting off right off the get-go with what sounds like the chorus. It's super catchy and it has the word better things in it. I really like the rhythm going on right here. The percussion is doing some very fun, like islander, calypso type rhythms. And I feel like that rhythm works really well with what's going on vocally. They have a bit of chorus effect, like a little bit of modulation added to the vocal. It also has a little bit of its higher frequencies cut off, so it has this kind of different texture to it. But the percussion is very full sounding, so we know that it was an intentional choice.
Wasn't it true that I loved you? But I was always sure you would let me down. Wasn't ever sure if I trust you. But I'm so goddamn sure my energy's just too precious to waste, and I wanna know.
I really like how at that beginning part there's just the piano and the percussion. Again, giving this really kind of islander vibe. I love pianos and music. I'm just such a sucker for them. Also, her eyes are insane. Am I right? Is that like fake contacts, or does she actually just look like that? Because what the heck? Crazy, beautiful looking presentation right there. Also, just love the backdrop. Love how they're digging into that kind of more islander vibe with the water aesthetic. It makes a lot of sense. It all fits together in a really cohesive way.
Do you wanna know all about me? You wanna know about me, but you can't have me 'cause I let you know. You know you wanna know me, wanna know me, wanna know all about me, wanna know about me, but you can't have me 'cause I'm gone. Yeah,
I really like the adding of the bass section in that next section. It's really common in K-pop music to start songs with bass, drums, and vocals. And especially like that kick being really powerful. You see it in a lot of BTS songs, Big Bang songs, Blackpink. Everyone's kind of doing it. But here they're taking a reverse approach where they don't have that kick in at the beginning. They don't have the bass in a strong way in the beginning. You go probably 40 seconds before you actually get that kick in bass playing a central role. Also really like the tone they got out of that synth bass, very synthetic sounding, which contrasts well with a very organic sounding piano and islander calypso like percussion, which also sounds very organic. So I like how the elements are contrasting a little bit.
I got better things to do in my time, better things to do in my time, do in my
Nice
time
pairing.
than you. I got better things to do in my time, better things to do in my time, do in my time.
I really like how they transition from that pre-chorus to the chorus. I feel it's a very common practice within K-pop production to back off in the pre-chorus and let it kind of breathe more, and then to have the chorus be this banging thing where it all comes back in. But here they're taking a little bit of a reverse approach where when they enter the chorus initially, they've actually removed a lot of elements and they're having a synth pair with the primary vocal line, that little kind of doo 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 doo. And it just works really well, emphasizes the melody, makes us really pay attention to it. And they've taken away a lot of the harmony elements. They've taken away the piano chords. They've taken away the bassier elements, so that low end isn't as predominant at that section. It's really cool. I also really like the pre-chorus. I think it works as well, but I really like how they enter into that chorus. It's very different.
Better things to do in my time, better things to do in my time, do
I love that breath right there. I love that we had this little section after the full chorus where we have all of those elements introduced. We have everything coming back. And then we back out and it's just the piano for a second. And a little bit of that high-end percussion and then the yes. It really functions together. Also, I like that in that chorus we got both. We got like the low, like chill chorus and we got the high energy chorus. So we have that best of both worlds approach to the chorus.
Wasn't ever sure if I loved you,
Cool synth.
but I was always sure you would have loved me back. You had me right at my weakest.
Strong bell right there.
Now you're hurting, I can see you mad, but you're never gonna get that back. Now I know you wanna know me, wanna know me, wanna know about me, wanna know about me, but it can't have me 'cause it left your love.
The atmospheric synth is there to stay.
Wanna know me, wanna know about me, wanna know about me, but it can't have me 'cause I'm gone.
Another great little break section there where they take out all the percussion and just have the synth. I really like the switch from the piano to the synth in that verse. And I think the performance vocally for that verse is also really, really good. And then I think it's interesting that when they get into that pre-chorus, they still have that kind of atmospheric synth going on. So we introduced it in that verse. We had this really beautiful vocal performance over it, and then we keep it going. I like when we backed off and we just had that synth again, it's like, okay, we've introduced this new sonic atmosphere for the song, and then we cut off away from it, and then we come back to it. Really exciting stuff. Interesting. Cool.
Will I ever go back? Will I ever trip up? Will I ever pull up on? Watch and see, but they're doing all the rhythm money.
That bridge is sick. It's got a cool trap halftime feel to it. We've been going kind of full on for such a long time that when we have that space between that kick and that snare element, it feels just so vibey. Also, we've cut out a lot of that mid-range instrumentation, so we just have like the bass, the kick, the snare, the hi-hats, and we don't have pianos, we don't have synths filling that space. Instead, we have a lot of really interesting vocals filling that space. We have those O's, we have those ahs, and they're creating this very different experience for this portion. A little bit of like Phineas inspired production for this really specific portion, because you see a lot of that kind of trap elements with a lot of vocals taking over in a lot of Billie Eilish and Phineas music. So it's cool to see that influence coming here, this kind of back and forth conversation you see between American and Korean music. So tight, those harmonies right there. That time.
I'm sorry that I hurt you. No, I'm sorry, I ain't sorry. Aespa, big girls.
Okay, I really like the haze that they added in that chorus for that little section on the 2s and 4s. Thought that was really good. I feel like the backbeat, the kind of 2 and 4 part, is really emphasized in this last chorus. Also, something I notice on the second chorus, I'm noticing more on this chorus, is that they've replaced the piano with a more distorted sounding synth doing those same lines. A lot of doubling going on with the vocals. They're not going for like straight harmonies in this chorus. It's just kind of have multiple people singing the same melody lines, really putting an emphasis on that melody line to make it really stick in our minds, be really catchy, you know?
Making money. Aespa, your #1 fan now. You can only see me at sold-out shows. Will I ever go back? Will I ever trip up? Will I ever pull up on? Watch and see, but they're doing another rhythm money.
Great. So good. Okay, and then we're getting back into some Aespa lore stuff right at the end there. And this one big story going on with all their music. Very interesting. Cool. That was great. I really enjoyed that song. I really like that they brought that bridge back. While I was listening to the Bubble song, I thought the bridge was too short and it didn't come back by Stacey. But here with Aespa on Better Things, that bridge is really predominant and it comes back as kind of a outro where they've now taken away a lot of those bass elements, so it's just the vocals, and it sounds really beautiful and really clean. Overall, great job. Super tight harmonies. Super tight. Very precise. Very K-pop. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts on this song. Hope they've enriched the song for you in some sort of way. If they have, I'd really appreciate it if you like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, check out some of my music. It's right here. Thanks so much. Catch you on the flip.
Down for you. See, you make me swoon. Yeah, you make